So what makes an ideal client ideal? Hi, I'm Heidi from Talk to Heidi, a 25 plus year business owner and visibility coach who works with you to help get you seen by your ideal clients so that you can make more money and spend less time online because you have a streamlined process for making it happen. And if you stay tuned till the end of this video, I am also going to be sharing my top tip for finding your ideal clients, those dreamy clients. But first, let's talk about what makes an ideal client ideal. An ideal client is your dream client. This is the people that they're ready to work with you. They're ready for that transformation that you're offering with your product or service. They're also, the majority of them are willing to pay your rates. They're not going to negotiate down because they understand the value of what it is that you do have to offer, what it's costing them by not having it, which is why they're looking for it. It's why they're ready for this particular transformation. Your ideal client is also ready to take action. It's not somebody who's thinking about it. They're ready, and they're ready to achieve results. They want to make changes in their lives. So why do you want to work with ideal clients over all the other people out there who aren't the right fit? One, those people are not going to receive the benefits you're offering. Those are the type of clients, if you've been in this and you've had some clients, you've probably noticed there's a few clients that you've worked with that haven't really done the work. They show up maybe if you're a coach, they show up to your coaching sessions. Or if you're a copywriter, they've gotten copy from you, but it never goes up on their website. So they're not going to receive the benefits you're offering, which means they're not actually your ideal client. They're not ready to do the work or make the changes that are necessary that your transformation, your outcome is offering. Ideal client, or people not ready to work with you, are actually harder. They're much more difficult to work with. And you can't make them happy. Or you won't be happy with the results because they're just not the right fit at that point in time. So, what are 3 things that do make an ideal client ideal? Number 1, your ideal client is ready for the transformation and the outcome that you're offering. Yeah, these people are absolutely ready. They want to make a change. They know they need to make a difference. A big example is a couple of weeks ago, I did a bunch of market research calls with my ideal clients. Literally, these were not sales calls. These were market research to find out wording, what it is exactly they were looking for, if they were interested in the package I was potentially putting together, there was even any interest for it. But because they were all my ideal clients, because I identified who they were based on a poll that I did on LinkedIn, I did one on Facebook, and then I looked through and I pulled all the people that I knew were my ideal client and I invited them on a call with me. And as a result of that, by the time, even though this was not a sales call, by the time at the end, at least 50% were already saying, yes, I want this package that you are offering. And the rest of them were, yes, I know I need that. I'm not quite ready to take that action right now, but this is perfect. This is something I'm looking for. And that's because they were my ideal client. They were ready to take action. No convincing was needed. That's a big thing. I hear so many people saying, I am having to work really hard to convince people to get on a call even with me, a free call. If you're having to convince people to get on a free call with you, they are not your ideal client. They are someone it's time to let go, not worry about it, let them keep consuming your free content. And when they're ready, if they are an ideal client, they'll come forward. And they're also ready to do the work. They're ready to receive that transformation. So I had one in all those market research calls that was not ready. And it wasn't because I picked badly. I thought she was a little further advanced than she was. She will be my ideal client in a few months. So what am I going to do about that? I know that. So I'm going to stay in touch. I will make sure that she continues to see my content, and I'll keep nurturing our relationship so that when she is ready, she'll think of me. And that's how you take care of that when people aren't quite ready for you yet. but you know that it's someone you may want to work with in the future. But let go of those people who aren't ready, maybe never will be ready. It's about not spending that time. You want to spend the time on the people who are ready. Those are your dream clients. They're ready for you. They're ready for the work, which means it's going to be so easy to make it all happen. Which brings me to number 2. Number 2 is people you want to work with. Guys, everybody likes to say my product and service will work with everyone. Maybe everyone does need your product or service, but you can't work with everyone. Your product and service, your outcome transformation will not work for everyone. And here's the thing, you don't want to work with everyone. There are over 8 billion people on this planet, and it doesn't matter if every single one of them needed your product or service, which is rarely true to begin with. You don't want to work with all those people. It's okay to say no. Yes, it's okay to say no to the people you don't vibe with, don't feel that you can help, or you just don't want to work with them, guys. It's okay. Sometimes I get feelings. I have no reason to not want to work with this person. I just don't want to. It's in my gut. It's in everything. I clench up and I'm like, I don't want to work with this person. That's okay. There is no guilt here. It's your business. You get to work with who you want to. And it's okay if you say no. Because those people are not your ideal client. If for some reason you're feeling like they're not the right fit and you're trying to make them fit, you're trying to hammer somebody in the square into a round hole, it's going to be a lot of extra work. You're going to hate life. They're going to hate life. You're potentially going to end up with a bad testimonial at the end. And if nothing else, if it didn't go well, people tend to talk bad about their bad experiences way more often than they talk about their good. So you want to make sure that you have right fits and that they are your ideal client and they are people that you want to work with. It's okay. It's okay to say no to the people you don't want to work with. Which brings me to number 3. They need you. Now, what I mean by that is your ideal client needs you because of your experiences, your knowledge, your skills, your talents, everything that makes you the right package for your ideal client over someone else who has something similar. And that's actually how you stand out from other people, is by letting them know how you are different, how your experiences, your thought processes, your ethics, your morals, whatever it is that makes you special. That's how you let them know that you're the right fit for them. Because your ideal clients are going to have similar ideas, ethics, morals, ways of doing things, all of that kind of stuff. While you can work with people that have different ethics and morals and ways of getting things done, it tends to not go well. And that's just a fact. Because if you don't believe in some similarities, it's not saying you need everyone to be a clone. You don't. We all have our individual thought processes. We all have our ways of doing things and experiences, and that's okay. But when you try to work with someone that's so completely opposite of you, like for example, I like to treat people well. I like the human process. I don't work well with people who are into bro marketing and bullying and aggressiveness over the top aggressive, telling people it's your fault when things are not working during a coaching session or things like that, or why you're not getting the results. I can't work with someone as a coaching client that thinks and believes that way. It's just not going to work with my type of coaching. The only way it could even be possible is if they wanted to tone that stuff down and they were coming to me to help them tone it down. I could work with them then. But if we're actually working to try to equal a transformation of some sort of what I'm trying to do, like to teach someone marketing, to teach them how to get more visible, my types of visibility are not going to work for them. So it means they're not going to be a great client. So it's okay to have these 3 things. You want your ideal clients are definitely ideal if they have these 3 things. 1, they're ready for the transformation and outcome you're offering. 2, they are people that you want to work with. 3, they need you. And those are the 3 top things. Now, let's get into my top tip for helping find these dreamy clients that you want to work with. Here's how you do it. You want to look at all the past clients. Go back and look at the past clients you've worked with. Think about this. If you don't have past clients, think about people and experiences you've run into that you like, the traits they have. So which ones of these last clients, past clients, everything, who was easy to work with? There is no guilt in easy, guys. If they were easy to work with, that's actually where your zone of genius is. And a lot of people think that working with a client or an ideal client has to be hard. In reality, if it's your dream client, your dreamy ideal client, they are easy to work with. And a lot of us start getting a little guilt in the back of our head when it's so easy to work with a client like that because it should be harder, right? Nope, it shouldn't. Easy clients are your ideal client. Which ones did the work? Who took the action? What did they do? How did you determine that? Did they immediately go from a session or take your product and use it and put it into work? Those are your ideal clients. Which ones achieved the outcome you were offering? And that's because they did the work. They wanted it and it happened. Once you've identified and analyzed these people, break these people down. This is where you can pull out your ideal client profile worksheet, find out what their fears were, what their personalities were like. Do the details. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to know they're married, have kids, have a dog, whatever, unless those details are important to you. But you do need to know what fears they had, what outcome they were seeking, how they worked, all of these kind of things. So analyze them because these were your ideal clients and that's your ideal clients. You can use that profile from profiling your past clients to determine who your ideal client is so that you can get in front of them, get your messaging right so that you're speaking directly to them. And that's how you pick out, that's absolutely my top tip. That's how I figure out who my ideal clients are. And I do that a couple of times a year because if I go back and analyze, your ideal client does change. Things shift as you shift. So it's okay to do this a couple of times a year. So are you guys ready? You're going to get out, analyze your past clients, and then you're going to actually look to see what makes your ideal clients ideal. And if you need any help with that, that's what I do. Send me a message and I can help you determine who your ideal client is and get visible in front of them with your branding and everything when it comes down to getting seen. So if you guys liked this video, please like it and join me here next week at 4 p.m. London, where I am going to be talking about why not having these 3 things is holding back your brand visibility and what it is costing you in time, money, and success. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next week.